Hey, it's Saturday again. This time, what's for lunch? Let's make up something for lunch. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Dave Guerra. This Vet Cooks. I'm not wearing this shirt today, but if I did, that's what it would say right here. This Vet Cooks. And what are we doing today? Well, it's Saturday again. It's always Saturday. Just not enough Saturdays. All right, so it's Saturday again, and it's time for lunch. And what are we doing? Well, today we're going to do the Alpha Omega chicken salad. Why Alpha and Omega? Well, what's Alpha and Omega mean? The beginning and the end. So what are we going to do? We're going to do we got some chicken. We cut that up into nice, good-sized chunks, a lot of it. And we got some hard-boiled eggs that are cooling off back here. And that's it, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. So there we go. And then we're going to throw in some celery, some onions, some carrots, and one of these mini cucumbers. We're going to dice them up. A lot of mayo and a little bit of spices, maybe some salt, some pepper, maybe even some slap ya mama. But either way, we're going to make something good. We're going to put it in the fridge. It's going to be cool, delicious, tasty, and it's for lunch. Let's get cooking. All right, so let's get started. So where did we get this chicken? It's already pre-cooked. It was made. It's one of those ready to serve, just heat and serve meals. It was out of Sam's. We had gone to Sam's, picked up some chicken, and we picked up a bunch of other stuff. But there were 6 pieces in it, and all you had to do is stick it in the oven, heat it up. It was this Italian seasoned, very tasty chicken. But we only ended up using 2 breast pieces. So what did we do with the other ones? We cooked up the other ones, brought them up, and then just diced them. And we're going to go ahead and put them in this bowl right here. There we go. All right, so there's that. Because that's where we're going to do our mixing. That's where we're going to do our mixing. Then we got some shredded matchstick carrots. So just a little bit from our local H-E-B. And we're going to shred those or dice them up a little bit. We got some onion we're going to dice up. And we got celery. Not all of these celery sticks, again, from our local H-E-B. We're not going to do all of those. We're going to do a couple, and then we're just going to run them through the machine to dice them up. And, of course, a mini cucumber. And the same thing, dice it, and we'll make it all happen. All right, so with that being said, let's get to shredding, and then a little mustard, a little mayo, salt and peppers, maybe some slap ya mama, and we'll be good to go. All right, there they are. There's the carrots again. They were just those little matchsticks, but just cut them up a little bit, nothing too much. And again, just to cut them down to size, but some of them didn't do it. So watch your blades. I could have left it for longer, but again, what works. So let's get that in there with the chicken. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we got 4 celery sticks. We're just going to trim off the ends. They're a little dry. And it says the bag is ready to go, ready to serve, so we're good to go. I'm just going to cut off the ends, and then the same thing. We'll see that in a second. All right, there it is. There's our celery, all nice and neatly, finely chopped. So that's going to go in there with the chicken. Let's make that happen. Now it's the onion's turn, so let's get that in there, and let's get to chopping. And through the miracle of modern technology, there it is, all finely chopped up. Let's get it into the chicken. And it's time for the mini cucumbers. There they are, nice thick chunkets, I guess. Let's get them chopped up also. There it is. If you see the cucumbers, there they are. If you see them, they're a little bit bigger. Again, we want to have a little bit of crunch still left in them. So again, there's some bigger pieces down there, and that's okay. And if there's, after running that one time, if there's still big pieces, chop it by hand. Do your best, chop it by hand. All right, let's get this in the chicken. All right, we got 2 hard-boiled eggs. Now we're going to take the shell off. Obviously, we cannot put the shell in there. And then we're going to run them through the machine just to give them a good little chop. And then we'll go from there. But let's go ahead and get let's get these eggs peeled. Alrighty, so there's the eggs. Again, we'll get those in there. And get everything out of the container. And again, this is just a simple little food processor. We were talking about this, Mrs. This Vet Cook and I, and she was saying, we got this back in the day way back in the day. And this machine has been running forever. I cannot even make out the name. It's been rubbed off so much, so I don't know if it's like a Black & Decker or if it's some in-house brand. But this was something we picked up. It was $5 back in a, was it one of those Thanksgiving, Black Friday things? Yeah, it was just there, so not bad. A little workhorse, and there it is. All right, so there it is. There's all of the veggies and the chickens down below. All right, give it a good little mix. So you can see everything in there. Oh, that's going to be some delicious salad already. Look at all that. Celery, little mini cucumbers, carrots, onions, hard-boiled egg. All right, now we add the mayonnaise. Now we're using real mayonnaise. We're using Duke's, which we're finishing off a container of Duke's, and we're going to be finishing off, but it is real mayonnaise, and it has to say real. Now, fun fact about the word real, that means it's Spanish for royal. So maybe this is royal mayonnaise. I don't know. But real. So either there it is, it's tangible, therefore it is real, or it's royal. I don't know. As long as it's mayonnaise, that's all that matters to me. So let's get that in here. Now, of course, how much mayo do you add? As much as you like, whatever it is to your taste. Again, make this recipe yours. And there we go. But I do know, for as much as we've added into this bowl already, we are nowhere near the amount of mayo we're going to need. Alrighty, let me get as much as I can. We'll scratch out the rest here in just a moment. There it is. And we'll give it the little... Alrighty, so with just a very loose stir, now we're going to add the mustard, the Slap Your Mama, and we'll give it a tasty taste, but it's an ongoing tasty taste. So it's not the final tasty taste. It is an in-process tasty taste. And as the cook, you have to do that. Taste your food as you go along. So you don't want a surprise at the very end. Oh, by the way, here's dinner. Oh, and I never tasted it. So to avoid that situation. So let's get some Slap Your Mama in there, and let's get some mustard. Now, it's a toss-up. Do we go all in with the Heinz yellow mustard, or do we go all in with the H-E-B Dijon mustard? In this economy, you know what? It's an H-E-B. So we're going to do it. Not that it's good. We'll do the Dijon mustard. Alrighty. But again, it's up to you, your flavor. This is what I prefer. This is what I'm doing. So let's add that Slap Your Mama. There's that Slap Ya Mama. Now be careful. It's got the shaker and it's got the pour. Unless you want to live dangerously, go with the pour, but over here side with the shaker. Unless you're living on the edge, then by all means. And then be generous. This is a lot of chicken. This is a lot of mayo. And if you like it even hotter, some like it really hot, especially when the heat's on. So let's throw in some Dijon now. We'll throw that in there. And then we'll do the initial stir. Now I did take off this. Well, that's interesting. Alrighty. And we just turned it upside down because we're about to mix this up now. Let's get that mayo in there. Oh, we added more mayo, a bit more mayo. And, oh, it's really creamy, but that's okay. Don't forget, it's going to soak into the veggies. It's going to soak into that chicken. Now, that chicken, we heated that up yesterday, Friday. So it sat overnight in the fridge, so it dried out a little bit. And now it's going to draw in those juices from the mayo and the veggies. So it's going to be really, really tasty. Now, of course, there are people that are going to put in salt, pepper. That's up to you. But don't forget that chicken, in this case, was already seasoned. So the salt, no need for salt. Pepper, well, maybe. It's up to you. But that's why we're using the Slap Your Mama, because it's an all-around delicious dining experience. Alrighty. So, hey, And of course, there are some people that throw in grapes. Some people throw in some raisins. If you're one of those people that throws in some raisins, nobody invited you. Get out of here. But the grapes, well, that's okay. Especially like over a bed of lettuce. Not a bread, but over a bed of lettuce, this, and throw in some grapes, some green ones. You're good to go. And some red ones too, if you want. All right, so I think we're ready for our first tasty taste. Okay, so the consensus is a little bit more slap your mama. I like it as it stands, but you can never go wrong with a little more slap your mama or some mustard. So we'll add a little bit more Dijon. There we go, just a bit more. And look at all that chicken salad, folks. Well mixed. So now we're gonna let it sit here for just a bit. Probably put it in the fridge just to let it get up to, it's cool. Just don't forget that chicken was cool. But again, we're gonna bring it up to temp and then we're gonna put it in our lock and lock container. And now I've got lunch. I did meal prep for the whole week. This is my lunch. I'm gonna have it in sandwich form. I'm going to have it in that, what is this called? The High Harvest. Let's see if I can, oh my goodness, there it is. The High Harvest Low Carb Lifestyle 3 Net Carbs 5 Seeded Bread. So I'll have it in that. I've also have it, like I mentioned, on a bed of lettuce, just like that. No grapes, sorry, no grapes. Definitely no raisins. And again, anybody that wants to put raisins in these things, you're not invited. Stay wherever you are. Just now you know why you're not invited. Alrighty, but again, I think we're good to go. I think we'll give it one more quick little tasty taste. Okay, adding a little bit more of that slap your mama really brought it out. Same thing with the Dijon. It's good. Alrighty, let's wrap this up. All right, so right now we've got it so it's sitting down just to coagulate, just to harden up, firm up a little bit. Not for too long. We'll do the tasty taste here in just a moment. But in the meantime, again, I want to thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. I do appreciate you doing that. It is a very much appreciated. So again, thank you very much. And hey, don't forget, share it with your friends. Say, hey, check out this veteran. Look what he's cooking up. And again, so just share it with your friends. Like it, comment on it, but whatever. And if you're brand new and this is your first time watching, check out all the other episodes. I've made a bunch of stuff. So check out the back catalog. It's there for you. And again, thank you for stopping by. Veterans, the Veterans Crisis Line, you know the deal. Make the call. Don't hesitate. 988. Press 1 when the automated attendant answers. And again, that's what it's there for. It's for you. But again, it's also for everybody. But the number 1 is for veterans. So again, and also visit the veteranscrisisline.net. Don't hesitate. Make the call. Make the visit. You can chat there with somebody. They'll help you. They'll put you in the right direction if they themselves are not prepared to help in what your situation is, but they are there. So somebody will listen. Somebody will answer. Make the call, veterans. Make the call. Alrighty. So again, thank you very much. And through the magic of modern technology, on the next clip of the next segment, we'll do our tasty taste. Alrighty, there it is. Just a simple little tasty taste. I'm not having it on a bed of lettuce or anything. That's going to be for lunches this week. But just to give it a good taste. Creamy. Slap your mama. It's there. Veggies, a little crunch in the back, so it's always good, so you're not fighting with everything else. The chunks of chicken, and you taste the spices in that Italian herb chicken, and so that's good too. And when it's really had time to sit overnight, or Monday when I have the first lunch with this, it's going to be much improved than what it is already now. So again, it's the Alpha Omega chicken salad. It's got chicken, hard-boiled eggs, celery, carrots, onions, mini cucumbers, mayo, Dijon mustard, and of course some slap your mama, because hey, sometimes that's better than salt and pepper. So in this case, it is. So listen, thank you again for watching. I'm Dave Guerra, and This Vet Cooks.